transition color and the browns. These two browns, the shiny brown and the matte brown. I still think it's a really fantastic palette. It'd be good for traveling. The only thing is it only has those tones, no other tones. Now again, here's Too Faced. This is another good travel palette. It was the Beauty Daydreamer, and I think this came out at Christmas this year, and I got it because of, as y'all know, the bunny. I love the bunny makeup pouch, cosmetic case that came with it. But the good thing about this is it does have for blush and bronzer and highlighter and kind of a shimmery blush that you can put over. Which just means, let me find one that you can just dust it up. No, I don't want to do that. Y'all, with all the brushes I have, seriously, I don't have one that dusts over. Where are all my brushes? What's happening to me? I mean, like, seriously. Let me get out my old... Do y'all remember when I bought this? The Morphe? Did you say Morphe? Morphe. This was, I think, one of the many brush sets that, what's her name? Jaclyn Hill did. Yeah, it is. I've got so many other brushes in here, though, so let's just see. I need something that's kind of thin on the end. Oop. To use as a highlighter brush. And I'm thinking, or I could use my Charlotte Tilbury. It's the only Charlotte Tilbury besides the one that came with my bronze and blush kit that was short. This is the Power and Sculpts that actually, that's good for this kind of action. So the only thing about these colors in this Too Faced kit, the Dreamer kit, is they're really dark. So that's great if you are African American, Asian, Hispanic, but if you're really pale, and that doesn't just mean you're American, because Americans are made of all kinds of people. I'm really pale because I have a lot. What would I be called? I would be called Scottish English, because English is very pale, and so are the Scots. So that's most of what I have. Believe it or not, I'm 16th Cherokee Indian, and you cannot see it in my coloring, my cheekbones. You can see it in the coarseness of my underhair, but I think that's more just aging and hormones than true heritage. But anyway. My great grandmother was a full-blood Cherokee, and she married a Scottish man. And on the other side of my family, it was a Scottish woman and a British man. So that's why, in case you were wondering. So, what I'm doing here now is I could take either this. That's probably more for highlighter, actually, so that would be good. That is the Morphe M510, and this is Charlotte Tilbury's Powder and Sculpt. And I think I'm not going to use the Powder and Sculpt because that is more for actually sculpting through here. You could use it for dusting because it's pointed. But so what I'm going to do, just for my blush, I'm going to use, they've got blush, but then they've also got like a blush highlighter. So this is Flurry Flush. And what it is it's got like a pink shimmer in it. So I'm just going to dust a little bit. Never, as you're older right here, at the crow's feet. You don't want to do that. You go right below it. You can still say in this C area right there. But don't go on the crow's feet, because all highlighters do is highlight. Like their name suggests. So again, not here, but right behind it, here. You can still do that C. And what is that C? That's right where light hits you. You come in right there. Right to the top of the cheek there. You can also, if you want to, now remember, this is pink. It's not white. So I'm going to just barely tip the end of my nose. And right there. And it just gives a little bit of a shimmer. Same thing here. A little bit of shimmer. And that's all you want. What do y'all think? Does it look shimmery? Now, they do also have, if I want to wipe that off and use the actual highlighter, let's do that. It's called Snow Shizzle. Snow Shizzle? I don't know what that means. I hope it's not something bad, y'all. If it is, please just tell me, Beth, do you not even know? And I would be like, no, I don't. So you just do the tip end of your nose and see how that kind of shortens it, because we've got the dark color underneath and the tip end. And just a little bit on the brow area right in there. And you can, again, do right there. And you can go over this again. And I am super shimmery now. And the Cupid's bow. Always do the Cupid's bow. And the skin that comes down to it right there. Now here's the only thing about that. If you're not going out, this is super noticeable in like office daylight. Office daylight. I had a friend of mine that goes, "What is that white stuff on your lip?" And it was like, it was a highlighter. Because it's so highlighty. And unless you're like a 20-year-old on YouTube, where would you wear this to except when they go out? So this doesn't really work for daytime, for office and stuff like that. So one of the things you want to do, you can still use it, but one of the things you want to do is calm it back down. And one of the best ways to calm down anything is to use just a straight foundation brush, because you still probably got a little foundation on there, and just kind of go over it and calm it down. It just calms things down. Because what it's really doing is taking it off. And so it's taken off just enough to calm it down. And then definitely wipe off your foundation brush real good. This is the, I don't remember if this is for Valentine's or Christmas, but it says Love is the foundation brush. It's just a little heart shapes, very dense. It's good makeup brush. I like it a lot. And this is their other one, the It one that I use. And this is the Airbrush Full Coverage Complexion Foundation Brush number 77. I really like this because it's good and dense, but it's not so dense as their original 301 that you can't clean it good. This is not so hard to clean. That other one was impossible to clean. Oh my gosh, it went on good. It was just, you could wash and wash and wash and wash and clean and brush and brush and brush, and it just would not come out. Then if you really want to bronze, one of the things I forgot to tell y'all, I think this was a part of the Christmas kit a couple of years ago as well. There's the other one. I've been looking for this. This is a foundation brush that came with it. See? I forgot what this one was called, but it's clear. It's blush, and then it goes translucent, and then to clear at the bottom. And the other ones, if y'all remember, at that same time period, there's two brushes that came out at the same time, was silvery on top and white on the bottom. You can see it better on this one. See the difference? This is clear, this is silvery, sparkly. This is the Radiant group, this is the Chic group, I think was the name of the two different ones. But this is a really good foundation brush. This come back out. And this is really good for putting on, just if you want to go under here, really good for dusting on bronzer to kind of give this a dusty look. But it's for powder, and so look how easy that bends. That's why most bronzer brushes are a little tougher. Like this Morphe, well, I don't want to say Morphe, that's really fun. Is R2, and it's a little stiffer. So this would actually be better to use for that. Or you can just use your blush brush that's already in your hand, which is what I almost always do. Here's another It Cosmetic brush, and it's the same thing. Actually, that would probably work the best because it's short. And then also, this is a part of her collection. This is the Morphe E41, and this to me mimics the bronze from Marc Jacobs. It's even rounded, only his has a silver tip, and I do have that one. It was a $75 brush. What was I thinking? This is definitely thicker. It's a good brushes, but this is really a powder brush, yeah, because when it bends that easy, that's so that it can really just, when you put powder on, it can just really dust it off real easy, lightly. You know, that kind of thing. I don't have powder on that. Why am I doing that? It's just, I don't know. I've got some coffee. So where are we? Are we getting ready now to go in there and do, oh wait, I didn't do any Lashley. Do you know what? For the third time in a row, I have brought an eyelash curler in here, and for the third time in a row, I have ended up taking it with me somewhere else, and so I don't have it present to use. Do you like these earrings? I think they're pretty. They're sparkly. Kind of pinky red, just like what I've got on. Okay, so I don't have an eyelash curler. Then that is just not acceptable. But I guess you know what I'll do? I'll just use a mascara. What am I using? Sometimes I just pick one because I need to use them up. This is the Maybelline Total Temptation Waterproof. Maybelline too. Why can't you just say mascara? It's really cool. Would you buy it if it said that? Y'all looking up close, my nose is golden. I'm going to have to get this off. So that highlighter had gold in it, y'all, so this looks silly. Unless you were going out on a date night with your husband or wherever you go out. Going out with your girlfriends for dinner or whatever, that might look cool with dinner lights. But for daytime, this looks silly, silly, silly. I've got to get that off. Or just rub it in a little better, maybe. Yeah, that looks kind of silly. That looks a little better. Okay. Still got a little bit of a shimmer, but not as bad. And leaving it on the cheeks, that's not so bad. Because that is really, to me, where you're meant to look highlighty is on your cheeks. Always remember to get any buildup of foundation or powder or anything out of these wrinkles, ladies, as you get older. Because it just looks gross. Why did I just say that so mean? It does. I'm just trying to tell y'all what you look like, what I look like. And people looking at you going, ooh, pimento cheese. I used to have to tell my mom all the time, Mama, you got pimento cheese in your mouth. And she said, what do you mean in my mouth? I'm like, well, in your wrinkle. It looks gross. There's this little orange creamy liquid coming out the corners of your mouth. And I would always have to tell her, you gotta wipe, Mama. You gotta wipe after you eat. And she'd say, shut up, Beth. I don't need you telling me what to do. I'm your mother. Yeah, my mom got feisty in her old age. She was so eloquent and elegant. She always stayed elegant. But she got a little feisty in her older age. If I told her anything to do, she reminded me real quick that I was the daughter. And when I was younger, if I'd said shut up, she'd have washed my mouth out with soap. Shut up was a cuss word when I was a little girl. If we said shut up to each other, we went straight to the bathroom and started crying. And sat down on the toilet and waited for our soap. What was it? It wasn't Lifebuoy. What was our soap? Dial soap, I think. I wonder if it like did anything to us, if that's why I'm so weird. My poor mom didn't know. I mean, she just knew she was trying to straighten up my mouth. Oh, I wonder if they had any idea it might have some kind of repercussions of hyperactivity. I have no idea if oh, freaks and be gone. So there's my lashes. I'm just going to finish up this other lash.